another shave in the bathroom. Hope you enjoyed last week's video. I'm not doing these necessarily for any particular reason, other than I just like to shave, and I want to share that with some of you other wet shavers out there. So let's get right into the shave. So tonight is kind of a mismatch of things. The very first safety razor that I purchased was a Gillette Ball-In Tech travel razor. It came in this case right here. It's got a very tiny handle. I've got another head and razor blade in here. It came with a very short handle, and it was a 3-piece non-adjustable razor, and I just don't care for the tiny handle. I mean, I can barely hold on to it. I know a lot of guys really like that petite handle. Then I purchased another Ball-In gold. I don't know if these are considered aristocrat, but they were gold plated and I liked it, so I bought some. Last week I used the open comb, the 1930s Gillette open comb. I don't know if that's new style. I'm not sure about that. They're not sure about the date codes on that one. But this was the handle that I used in the last video. And I really enjoy the shave I get with the head on this travel razor. So what I've done is I had my precious wife pick out the razor head and razor handle she liked, because I've got 3 or 4 different old Gillette safety razors, and the handles are universal apparently. I've seen that you can purchase razor heads and razor handles. I assume that they're all universal. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to risk finding out and wasting money on things that I can't use. So tonight what we're going to be using is this Gillette travel head and this 1930s handle. Date code on this razor head is L2. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out or not. Maybe L2. So that's what we'll be using. I'll go ahead and get the blade loaded. Going to be using again another Shark super stainless blade. This is this blade's 3rd use. Typically, with as cheap as blades are, I throw them away after the first use, but I'm trying to see if I can get a better shave out of this already good razor, because I know a lot of guys will use them for 3 or 4 or 5. I think I don't remember his name. I seen one guy who was using one of those Paul Silver blades, Paul Silver, not sure how that's pronounced, but he's using one of those blades, and I think he said he had like 12 shaves out of that, which is ridiculous. But this is the 3rd use on this blade. We'll see how it goes with the growth I've got. I've got about 2.5 days worth of growth this evening. The soap for tonight is in a Anchor Pyrex knockoff dish. It is the Glacial Lemon Chill from Stirling Soaps. I think I mentioned in the last video that I purchased some Stirling samples, and what I done was I pressed the samples that I got into these bowls. I bought 4 1-ounce trial pucks and sent half of them home with my dad. This one here is the iced pineapple. My wife really loves that one. And then I bought also the Ben Franklin. I still haven't decided if I like this scent or not. That's why you buy trial samples, folks, just in case you don't like them. And then 4th and lastly, the coniferous. Now, there's a little bit less in this container compared to the others, because I have a shaving lather bowl. I'm not sure, there's no ridges or anything in this, so I hate trying to make a lather in it, but I had it pressed into that, and thought that I'd go ahead and press them all into these. In this coniferous, if you go to Stirling's website and read the descriptions of their soaps, it's really, some of them are quite comical, and I know that that's what Rod and all of them were going for when they wrote out the descriptions. So I won't spoil it for you. Go to stirlingsoap.com if you haven't already. I've actually made another purchase this week. I bought a new boar hair. I bought one of their boar hair brushes with the faux ivory handle, and purchased a thing of their iced pineapple post shave balm. And I also purchased some Voss cod blades. It's a blade I've not tried before. I know a lot of guys have really good luck with those, so I thought I'd give those a shot. So if you've not checked them out, go and check out their website, stirlingsoap.com. They're not paying me to say anything about them. They've not even they don't even know who I am. I'm just a guy that purchased some products from them, and I'm really digging the products that I've got. So tonight we'll be using the RazoRock Plissoft brush. We'll go ahead and get that dipped in some water, and we'll get started with this shave. Now, like I said, I'm not a bowl lather kind of guy. I really like to face lather. Knock some of the water out of here. I really like to face lather. That's just my thing. I prefer to do that. I think it really helps work in the soap into the whiskers. Just getting some soap on the brush here. So nice and soapy there. We'll go ahead and wipe some of the rest of the soap out of the bowl. Let me wet the face and we'll get started. All right, here we go. Now, I have found, like many dudes before me, and ladies, I know some ladies wet shave as well, that Stirling soaps are very thirsty. Oh, the menthol is kicking in quite nice. I hadn't used the mentholated soaps yet, so it's kind of a shock. I'm really digging this. I'm going to wet the brush. I may have to go back for some more soap. But the Stirling soaps are very thirsty soaps. I don't live in an area with very hard water like some people. So sometimes it takes me a little while to get a lather going. I'm going to dip in a little bit of water and go back into the bowl for a little bit more soap here. I don't live in a place with hard water. Man, the menthol's getting to my eyes, man. I don't live in a place with hard water for the 5th time tonight. So sometimes it can be a little difficult for me to get a lather going, but once it gets going, it goes, sir and ma'am. So, let's dip some more water in here. I try to do it sparingly. Again, I've got water in this, and I like to just dip the tips of the brush. I know a lot of guys will cut their hand under the sink and dip in, but I like to just, not a whole lot, just a little bit at a time. All right, I'm going to get this lather nice and whipped up here, and I will be back with you in just a moment. All right, that's the lather. Nice and pillowy and soft and slick and all those other adjectives that all the wet shavers use these days. You old and young whippersnappers, you. All right, so first impressions of the mentholated soap. My eyes feel like they're going to start watering in any minute. My face is very cold right now. Oddly enough, I guess, like I said, I've never used a mentholated soap before. I feel like right now that the only places that really feel super cold are my chin and my lip where I had the goatee. The sides of my face and my neck don't feel as cold as my goatee area. I don't know if that's just where it's still sensitive, where I've not shaved it for so long. But the scent is amazing. If you like citrus, you like lemon, you like orange, get this. So the Glacial iced lemon. All right, so let's go ahead and wet the razor and get ready for pass numero uno for those of you in the Mexican speaking countries. No, I'm just kidding. Spanish, I know. Stupid American, right? Alright. The slickness, very good. Stirling is a tallow based soap. I think all of their soaps are tallow based. Well, not all of those, I retract that. They do have some that are sheep fat. I don't know if that's still called tallow. They've got one called Electric Sheep, I think that is the name of that one. And there's a warning on it not to buy it in a big tub unless you purchase the sample, because I guess it's very strong scented and a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, but the menthol is very good. I really enjoy that. When I received my soap samples, I'm going to be using something that I also got from Stirling. I'll go ahead and show it to you now. They sent me a little sample of their Margaritas in the Arctic post-shave balm. And I really enjoy the scent of that. Now, you can go back and look at my channel. I'm a very, what most would call a conservative Christian. And I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I don't condone it. I'm not a drinker. And I wasn't sure what the scent profile was going to be like on that, because I know what a margarita is. I know it's an alcoholic beverage. But like I said, I don't drink, so I'm not around it. So I wasn't sure what it was going to smell like, but it's mostly just mentholated lime, I believe. All right, like I said, really enjoying this soap. Really slick. Nice slickness on the soap. I'm going to do the top lip. And the bottom lip. I know in my last video it was like this most of the time. I've resituated the phone. I record with my iPhone 7, and I'm going to try to, for next week, I'm going to order a new holder for it that may be a little bit more conducive for recording. Last week I used the rear camera pointed at me, and I'm using the front-facing camera pointed at me, so I hope the quality is not diminished in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It seems like a lot of guys that post wet shaving videos, they're posting the video from, or they're recording the video from a dark dungeon. Fortunately enough, here in my bathroom, I've got two big lights, one here to the right, one to the left, one to the right, and they're very bright. This area right here, this is my problem area. Try to go slow and gentle and shaving, especially right there in that area. All right, so first pass done. Quite nice. Not bleeding yet. It's always a plus. I'm going to get rinsed off and we'll get right into pass number 2. All right, rinsed off, face is wet. Oh, there's the cold. Very cold, very, very cold. All right, I think I've settled with the back of the thumb, nail across the lips. And I made a joke about that last week. But I really enjoy this soap. Very good stuff. First pass was with the green. This pass will be across the green. So, like I mentioned in my last video, and I think I said something about it earlier, I used to have a daily vlog. And it's just hard to do a daily video when you've got a full-time job. And like I said earlier, not only am I a Christian, I'm a youth pastor, and I've mentioned that in other videos. And I don't have a ton of responsibilities that keep me busy 24/7 as far as my church is concerned. But with the responsibilities I do have, plus my day job and everything, it's just hard to do a lot for a daily video. Most days when I was doing it, I was just grasping for straws on things to do. I had one video showing off knives that I had, because everybody cares about your knife collection. They don't. But I think I'll enjoy doing these once a week videos of shaving. Like I said in the last video, the plan is to grow the beard back out. And after the beard gets to a nice length, well, maybe not a nice length, but some length, the plan is to start shaving my head. And I'll take you along with me for that. I've done it before. Again, I did that for church. We had a promotion. We run a bus on Wednesday nights to pick children up and bring them to church. And I teach the boys and my wife teaches the girls. And the 1 month what we done was I told them that if we could see 60 kids, I think it was like 1 or 2 or 3 nights of that, 1, 2 or 3 Wednesday nights of that month, I would shave my head. Well, we didn't see 60, but we seen over 50, which is the most that we'd ever had. So I decided I'd go ahead and do it. The Bible says in Romans chapter 12, verse number 1, the Bible says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. And that's what I done, a living sacrifice. I shaved my head. I'd never shaved my head before that. And my wife was very against it at the time. But she ended up liking it. Got a little bit of a cut right there. Looking good so far. All right, I'll get rinsed off and we'll go with pass number 3. All right, back for pass number 3. Not a whole lot of soap left in the brush, but I guess that's a good thing. You don't want, I guess if you've got a lot of soap left before you're done, I guess that means you've wasted some soap. So I guess I did pretty decent tonight on the soap. We went with the grain, across the grain. Now we're going to go against the grain. But like I said, the wife really enjoyed the head shave. So we're going to do it again. There she is now, peeking her head into the bathroom. Will she make an appearance? Will she not make an appearance? The world may never know. And it's the boy.
Say hi. What's Daddy doing? How many passes have you done?
This is pass number 3. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Are you tired?
I don't think he knows who you really are right now.
With the soap on the face? Hey, buddy. But, like I said, the wife enjoyed the head shave, so we're going to do it again for the Summertime.
Alright.
Pass number 3 is getting me. When will I learn my lesson? Stop at 2. I'm not as fortunate as other guys.
He's laughing at you.
Is he?
Does Daddy get ready to look like you? Baby face.
Baby face I will be.
Baby face, Daddy.
Shooting for a BBS. Like I said, this is the 3rd use of this razor. And it's doing a pretty decent job.
What's he doing?
No tugging, no pulling. My son over here enjoying himself in the mirror. Smiling at himself.
Alright, we'll let you finish. Alright. Turn.
It's been so long, I don't know how to shave my lip. I don't know what weighs up and what weighs down. I don't really have a whole lot of hair growth here. Or on my lip. I tried to we grew our beards one time for an event at church for a skit. And on Friday night, we decided, all right, we're going to show up for church with our beards. And we were going to do the skit after service. And right after service was over, before the skit, we all shaved our beards and left our mustaches. None of us could grow a mustache. And I still can't grow a mustache to this day. It's very, very sad. All right, rinsed off with warm water. Now I'm going to rinse with cold water. This ought to be fun with the mentholated soap. Gotta let the water cool down. I was using the hot water. Freaking out. This is going to be so cold. So cold. Freezing. Good Lord, man. How do you guys do this? It's freezing. Oh, why did I do that? Now I'm going to have to put more water on for the alum block. Again, tonight we'll be using the RazoRock alum block. Still haven't bought any witch hazel. Stirling sells, again, not being paid to say any of this stuff, I just really like their products. They have witch hazels, as best I can tell, that are scented after their line of soaps. And, ooh, that's burny. And I don't know if it's because of the menthol or if I just had a really bad shave. All right, I'm swearing off 3 past shaves. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't. 1 and 2 pass. If I try to do 3 passes. All right, got the alum on the face. But what I was saying was, Stirling, as best I can tell, has witch hazels in the scents of all of their soaps. And be worth looking into if you want to buy some witch hazel that you don't have to mix yourself. I know I said last time I like to leave that on the face, but the wife came in here to rush me out of the bathroom because she's going to get ready for the night. Going to give our son a bath. I got one little spot. I don't have a styptic pen. Usually the alum takes care of those. There's my alum. I couldn't find my alum. I don't have a very big counter. I don't know how I lost my alum, so I'm going to dip this. I've still got my thing of water. I'm just going to dip it in the water and wring the excess out. And try to stop the bleeding. Don't do that. It's very salty. Alright, like I said, I'm going to finish off. I don't have a whole lot of this left. Wasn't a very big sample. I've got just a little bit. Just a little bit. Menthol on menthol on menthol. Yep, all gone. There was enough in there for 3 shaves. Probably more than I need, but there's not enough there for 2 more. So I like to take the wedding band off when I do this. Just weird, guys. All right. Yeah, not BBS, but good enough for old Zach Berry. But, all right. That's a good shave. I'll have to put some on the back of my neck. Like I said, that was their Margaritas in the Arctic scent. I don't know if it smells like margaritas or not, but I know the lemon chill does. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this shave. Just to kind of recap some of the things we went over. Before I do that, let me rinse off the old phalanges. All right, to recap, Gillette 1930s handle, 1950s head, I believe is what the L2, you can correct me if you want to. Sharp super stainless blade, 3rd use, no tugging, no pulling. I think I'm going to keep it around for a 4th pass, which will be in a couple of days. I try to shave, I didn't stop the bleeding. I try to shave every other day. Sometimes I shave every day. Just depends on how I feel. But we use the Gillette razor, Shark Super Stainless, the RazoRock Plissoft knot with the Stirling soap company. I think it's Glacial lemon chill, Glacial iced lemon. Very good soap. I'm going to go ahead and put the cap on that. Like I said, if you buy soap samples, like I know Stirling, I know this now, I didn't when I bought the soaps, they sell containers to put your soap samples in, but you can just use little bowls like that. Alright, so that was the gear that we used. I used the RazoRock Alum block and then finished off with the Margaritas in the Arctic post-shave balm. When I use that scented post-shave balm, I don't really feel the need to do aftershave. A lot of guys will do both, but I seen a video recently that was talking about that, and they made the comment that aftershaves and aftershave splashes were originally made to help stop people dying from barbershops where they get cuts and nicks. So I don't really use an aftershave when I use a scented balm like that. But here's your tip of the day for shaving. I made a comment in the last video that I had a tip for you. Taylor of Old Bond Street. A lot of guys love the Taylor of Old Bond Street soaps, or creams rather. I used all of the coconut because it smelled so good. I currently have the sandalwood shaving cream, and I'll probably buy another one after I get done with the sandalwood. But here's your tip. You don't know what to do with your old blades? I keep that right in front of the sink, and when I'm done, I take the blade out, put it in the bowl, screw the lid on. I don't have any concerns with my young son because he's only 5 months old right now. If he were 4 or 5 years old, I may have a concern about that. But if you don't have any kids running around in your bathroom, why pay money or something like that when you can just reuse an old shaving tub? All right, that's been your tip of the day. This has been your weekly shave with Zach Berry. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next Sunday.